Hi, I'm Sona Bremer, the head men's and women's tennis coach.
My name is Tiana Webster. I am the assistant cross-country and track and field coach.
My name is Brittany Kemp. I'm the head women's basketball coach here at St. Mary's.
I'm Crystal Gibson, Director of Athletics and Recreation here at St. Mary's College of Maryland.
I'm Alexis Calloway. I'm the women's volleyball coach here.
I'm Jessica Lanham. I'm the head field hockey coach.
I'm Reba Potter, the Director of Cross Country and Track and Field.
Hello, my name is Naira Moran. I am the Director of Athletic Communications here at St. Mary's College.
Hi, my name is Mary Beth Boki-Genzel. I'm the club sport athletic trainer, the varsity rowing athletic trainer, and also the club sport coordinator.
This is Peter Kretsch. I'm the head women's soccer coach at St. Mary's College.
I'm Brittany Morris. I'm the head women's lacrosse coach here at St. Mary's. How is it working with other women athletes?
I love working with our young women. I think they empower me every day to be the best version of myself, but I also think that they teach each other a lot about what it means to be strong leaders, what it means to be strong athletes in the classroom, out of the classroom. They're exceptional, and I think that that makes everyone else around them better.
It's great. Being a former student athlete myself, I think has given me a lot of experiences that I'm able to kind of share and help guide my athletes through their experience being a female athlete, and just empowering each other, really going to support other sporting events, and especially the other female athletes on campus, just really being there for each other, both in the classroom and on the court.
They are very driven, motivated, and they are people that once they set a goal, they're going to make sure that they achieve that goal.
It's definitely nice to be able to be someone that they can go to with any types of problems they have.
You would be surprised because they are incredibly competitive and they will do everything they can to be successful. But I think that the really cool part about women athletes specifically is that they are so invested in the lives around them. They want everybody to be successful. They are passionate, and I think that that's like the difference is seeing the emotional side.
Women's sports is a movement right now, and I think we see that here on our campus. Our women here have made some incredible waves. They're winning championships. They're moving the needle. They're leaders in our department, but they're also leaders across campus, and I think that's what athletics breeds.
I went to Central Michigan, and I was a D1 hurdler there, and so being a woman in athletics is near and dear to my heart. So when I'm working with the athletes that are women, I tend to think about my own experience and what really helped me, and I think about the role models and how they helped me become a strong person. Not just a strong athlete, but a strong person. And so in my day-to-day work, I try to do that with a lot of the women that I work with.
I love the passion that they bring every day. If I generalize with females, I think that females really want to understand what is expected and then be able to go and do what you're asking them to do.
I think just in terms of the success that our women's sports have experienced from when I was a student athlete here to now. A great example would be our field hockey program, where when I played, we had just enough to make a team. We rarely had a sub, so we were kind of the Iron 12 when I played, and just now to where Coach Lanham has taken the team to where they're getting national exposure, making the NCAA tournament, winning conference championships. So just seeing that, and not just for field hockey, but for our other women's sports as well, just making those strides and growing as a program.
It's a lot of fun working with women athletes. The whole reason I got into coaching was my experience as a female athlete at my institution, and because of my coach, she really empowered me, and sports really helped me believe in myself. So it's really awesome to work with young females in today's generation and see them gain confidence in themselves for their future endeavors, whether it's in athletics or if it's in the medical field or whatever it is they're looking to get into.
How do you encourage your women athletes? I think I encourage them with like honesty. I think that that's one thing that a lot of times people who are in charge try to paint a picture that's not realistic. And for our athletes specifically, the more I can show them that like not every day's perfect. One of my favorite things to tell them is that lacrosse makes us flexible, sometimes like water. And so for us, just showing that not every day has to be perfect, but you've survived 100% of your hard days. And so the more that we can show them that they can still be tough and they can still really challenge themselves, but also have the ability to give themselves grace and compassion is really the big place that I focus on.
By having them ask questions, reassuring them when they aren't confident in something, and making sure that we are building up their confidence. I think that's very important, to be able to give them a voice and to make sure that they feel like they're empowered through being a captain, being a different, being a SAC rep, or being involved in different ways within the team. I think that having the ability to have multiple roles rather than just athlete within the program and within the athletic department helps them become more empowered to be able to achieve the athlete side and also the things they want to do as a student as well.
Having them think about the big picture, right? We are all going to make mistakes. Things are going to happen on the court. You're not defined by how you play or who you are on the court. You're defined by your character, how you respond to the mistakes that you make. That's one thing that we really focus on, is not the mistake that you made, but how are you going to respond to it? How are your teammates going to respond to it?
So I think it's different ways, different times. Sometimes it's just encouraging them to have conversations with each other, or with people, to be able to be brave enough to advocate for themselves, to be able to express themselves, to understand that their voice matters, their opinions matter, and we want them to feel comfortable to share their opinions, even when their opinions may be, in the minority, or it's not the popular opinion, but we want them to feel comfortable to express themselves.
In my program in field hockey, we talk a lot about believing in ourselves and believing in each other. We do exercises to talk about what are the great things that we bring to the table and to the team and to society, and really just focusing on self-love and working hard for what we want.
Helping them through anything that they may need. Obviously, they need some support and guidance in the classroom. They need some support and guidance with just everyday college life. And so I really try to be there and help them through those things as well.
It's rough. They overthink a lot, but I mostly try to help them just clear their mind, think about what they need to do at the time, and just be there for them in that moment, whether it's competition, at practice, in life, whatever the case may be. Just making sure that they know that what they're doing is enough and they are enough, and that no matter what, that I am proud of them.
I think creating relationships is something that's really important for everyone, not just women, but I think that creating that relationship so that they feel empowered and that they know you and you get to know them as people before you coach them really opens that door for them to be coached the best that they can be.
What's one piece of advice you would give your current female athletes, or even in future athletes to come?
I think that's a great question, and I think there's certainly tons of advice out there, but continuing to advocate for yourselves, continuing to have the courage to speak up for yourself, even if you're the only female in the room, or your opinion might be a little bit different from the majority, but being true to who you are, just allowing yourself to be comfortable in your own space without having to feel like you have to conform to what other people want you to be. Just go and be yourself, dream big, don't settle for anything.
Not let doubt minimize your abilities. The second the doubt starts creeping in, you limit yourself, and there's no reason to do that because everybody's so capable.
To definitely not to look down on themselves and not to second guess themselves, and just be confident with who they are as an athlete and as a person, and always just really push themselves and know that what they're doing is enough.
I think to do everything you have with everything you've got. I think when you are that committed to something and it means that much to you, you want to leave it all on the floor.
in the classroom, in the community. You don't want to ever look back and say, I wish I could have done this many more times. I wish I had done this. You want to say, you know what, I gave it everything I had, and I loved every second of my sport and every time I got to play with my teammates.
One thing that my athletes have already heard me say a lot is just to play every game like it's your last.
One of the big pieces of advice I give our team is we talk a lot of times that like as coaches we can kind of see the long road for them, and we can see like the things that are going to matter and make a difference. And so I often encourage them that a lot of the small details that they don't think are, or they maybe think they're like life-changing, in years time you won't remember, but you're going to remember the like really fun stuff and the really sweet memories with your teammates. And we might think, oh, we're getting home late on the bus, but like remember the dancing and the singing and all that kind of stuff. So for me, I usually tell them, like advice-wise, is that those little small things are what's going to actually be your memories down the road, and the stuff that you think is really complex right now is going to fade from your memory so quickly, and the right stuff will keep there, that's supposed to be there.
I guess just follow, pursue what you want to do. Be happy with what you're doing, like what you're doing.
Don't take no for an answer. Always push yourself, and no goal is too small or too big for you to achieve. No matter what, always put yourself in the right position to make sure that you are able to achieve the things that you set out to achieve, the things you want to see in the future, and the things you want to see for the people coming behind you, because it's your legacy that you want to leave for this program, and being able to look back and have no regrets about how your college student athlete time was spent on this campus and how the program grows in the future.
So if I had to give one piece of advice, it would be take care of yourself. And so we get carried away with, a lot of the things going on in our life and the stresses and the drama, and folks need to take time to get out in the woods, hike in the woods, and just find whatever it is that you need, whether it's reading a book, sitting down on the docks at the waterfront. Take the time, make sure you schedule that into your days where you have some downtime and you can you can just really find some peace and time to reset yourself.
Yeah, one piece of advice I'd love to share with athletes is, always believe in yourself. And I was always told that at a young age in my college experience. And if you believe in yourself and you work hard, you can get whatever it is that you're looking to attain.
I just remind them to stay confident, and I try to exemplify that in myself, and just always staying true to yourself and trusting that you have what it takes for everything that we do.
Take advantage of every day. It goes really, really fast, and I know there's a lot going on, but you play this game because you love this game, and it's not always going to be there. When the time comes when you have to hang it up, it's sad, but if you put everything into it every single day, you can look back on it and say you gave it everything you had. I know my knees do.